The story opens with 16-year-old Takashi, who on the outside looks like any ordinary high school student. But inside his house, his life is anything but easy. Constant fights, tension with his younger brother Joe, and so much pressure that he often wishes he could live somewhere else. One morning on his way to school, he runs into Shima, his childhood friend, a beautiful blonde girl. The two of them act like they're a couple. But for what reason? That secret will come out later. They walk together, talk for a while, and then part ways at the school gate. Takashi continues alone across campus. Suddenly, a girl collapses right next to him. Startled, he rushes over, lifts her up, and carries her to the infirmary. As she sleeps, she murmurs her brother's name. Then she wakes up in panic. Not recognizing Takashi, she attacks him, pulls out a gun, and points it at his face. "Who are you? Where am I?" she shouts. Takashi raises his hands, trying to calm her down. Before he can explain, she stumbles again and falls straight into his arms. Embarrassed, she fires, and the bullet flies past his cheek. "You're insane," Takashi blurts out. "What's with that gun?" The girl finally looks at herself. "I'm Mui, and you're Takashi." But Takashi notices something odd. A yellow light is leaking from her weapon. He asks her about it. Mui freezes. "Wait, you can see that?" Shock spreads across her face. She apologizes, muttering words he doesn't understand. Before he can question her further, the door suddenly bursts open. A man steps inside with cold eyes. He claims to be Mui's brother, but something feels wrong. His name is Tagashi. Mui insists he's been brainwashed, his memories rewritten. But Tagashi snarls, "Don't lie. I'm not your brother." Then the shadows move. Tagashi's allies flood into the room, trying to capture her. Takashi grabs a wooden stick and fights back, clumsy but determined. Outnumbered, he pulls Mui along and runs through the halls. They keep running until they're forced to stop from exhaustion. Mui breaks down in tears. "I'm sorry I dragged you into this. You didn't deserve it." Takashi stares at her in confusion. Trembling, Mui says, I accidentally made you a magician." Takashi is stunned. "What are you talking about?" She explains only part of it. When she fired earlier, the magic energy fused with him. That's why he can see things normal people can't. Takashi feels like he's in a dream. Before he can process it, Shima rushes in. "Takashi, who is this girl?" Her jealous glare burns into Mui. There's no time to answer. Two of Tagashi's men appear. One sneers, "You're not getting away. You're coming with us." Spells crackle in their hands. Takashi tightens his grip on the stick. Mui prepares herself. And Shima refuses to back down. They fight together and manage to defeat one enemy. But in the chaos, Shima is touched by magic. Her body glows. She becomes a magician too. At that moment, Takashi's friend Kazu arrives. What the hell is happening? Weapons? Fighting? Have you all lost your minds? But before he can even understand, magic touches him as well. Kazu transforms. Now three friends, Takashi, Shima, and Kazu, are all magicians. The battle continues. Takashi clashes with another foe, struggling to control his new power. Mui supports him, and together they land a final crushing blow that drops the enemy. Breathing hard, Kazu demands, "Someone explain what's going on." Wiping her tears, Mui says, "Follow me. I'll show you the truth." She leads them to a portal into the world of chaos, a realm of sorcerers. When they arrive, their eyes widen. The land is shattered, buildings in ruins, destruction everywhere. Mui looks at them with resolve. "Come with me. I'll take you to our magic academy." She brings them there, and upon arrival, they are taken to meet the academy's headmistress. To their surprise, she looks like a little girl. Yet she speaks with authority. She apologizes for everything that happened and for turning them into sorcerers because of her student. Then she explains the truth about magic. Long ago, wars between sorcerers and humans split the world in two. The place they came from is the protective world, where magic is forbidden and harshly punished. But here, in the world of chaos, magic can be used freely. Takashi asks who their enemies are and what this conflict is about. She explains that Subaru Academy is the only magic school that believes in living peacefully with humans. Other groups disagree and see humans as enemies to be ed. The first among them is the Black Magic Organization, the same group they already fought. She tells them they now have two choices. They can return to their human world and lose their magic. Or they can stay, join the academy, and learn more about it. Takashi remembers his problems at home and, after deep thought, chooses to remain. His friends decide to stay with him. So they join the academy as beginners. The headmistress welcomes them warmly and asks Mui to guide them. Mui takes them to their classroom, where they introduce themselves and begin their new life. Soon a teacher asks if they have magical weapons. Everyone does except Takashi. So Mui takes him to find one that suits his ability, explaining that every sorcerer needs a weapon to channel their power, like her own gun. They reach the man who provides weapons, and he asks Takashi what feels right. Takashi answers, a sword. The man gives him one, warning that it's extremely powerful and hard to control. After many attempts, Takashi finally manages to master it. Armed with his own weapon, they return to the academy, where chaos is common because Kazu often loses control of his destructive power. It's clear their days won't be peaceful. Time passes as they train and study magic every day. Shima's feelings for Takashi grow, even though they're only pretending to be together for a reason revealed later. Mui also starts to fall for him, creating jealousy between the two girls, while Takashi remains completely unaware. Eventually, Shima visits a fortune teller famous for answering any question. She asks about her future with Takashi. The woman says she doesn't know, but warns that trouble is coming. This makes Shima uneasy. She confronts Takashi and asks if he truly loves her. He tells her they should stop pretending to be a couple. Shocked, she leaves in tears and begins ignoring him, which fills him with guilt. Mui notices and tells him he must apologize. Meanwhile, in the academy bathroom, Shima meets Mui and bluntly asks if she likes someone. Mui grows nervous and can't answer. She walks away, lost in thought, until a boy approaches her. He says he heard she broke up with Takashi and asks her out. She refuses, but he grabs her shoulder, and suddenly she collapses, haunted by painful memories from her past. At that instant, Takashi shows up, shoves the boy aside, and rushes to Shima's aid, clearly worried about her. Then the truth behind their fake romance is revealed. Back in middle school, Shima was constantly harassed by boys, sometimes even attacked. Takashi always stepped in to protect her, until they decided to pretend to be a couple so no one would target her, promising to stop once either of them found someone real. After this confession, Takashi apologizes for hurting her, telling her he never hated her and never will. Shima smiles and forgives him, but inside Takashi feels his troubles are far from over. With his brother Joe already shutting him out, a flashback shows why. Jay had been furious when he learned about Takashi and Shima, because he secretly loved her and believed Takashi had stolen her away, igniting their long and bitter rivalry. Time passes, and Mui chooses to visit the fortune teller herself, asking about her brother's whereabouts, still determined to rescue him. Given a clue, she sets off alone. Back at the academy, Shima informs the others that Mui is missing. Alarmed, Takashi, Shima, and Kazu rush out after her, stepping into the ruined world beyond the academy, stunned by the corruption and destruction surrounding them. Meanwhile, Mui finally finds her brother, but instead of welcoming her, he attacks, saying she only saved him the trouble of hunting her down. Desperate, she tries to remind him of their shared memories. For a brief moment he seems shaken, but he still resists. Just then, Takashi and the others arrive and witness Mui facing her brother as their fates begin to intertwine. Thrown aside, Mui lies helpless while Takashi watches coldly. In that moment, Takashi's anger explodes. He charges forward with everything he has, using every technique he learned at the academy. The gap in power and experience is massive, yet Takashi fights like a beast, refusing to retreat, trading blow after blow until he is beaten nearly to death. While he holds them off, his friends rush to heal Mui, barely saving her. Then all of them unite, battling Tsugashi together in a brutal clash. After a long struggle, they finally land a decisive blow and defeat him. Mui tries to run to her brother, but Takashi stops her, uneasy and sensing danger. His instincts prove right. From the shadows emerges the leader of the black magic organization, Kibi, a man overflowing with terrifying power. With a smirk, he praises them for defeating his puppet and says he is impressed. He then offers them a place in his organization, especially Mui, claiming it is unfair that only her brother joined while she was left behind. The heroes refuse without hesitation, and Kibi prepares to strike. Before he can, soldiers from the academy arrive to retrieve their students. Kibi sighs, saying he cannot play with them this time, reclaims his puppet, and disappears. Moi collapses in tears, shattered by her longing to have her brother back. They return to the academy, where the headmistress harshly scolds them, warning they could have died and have no idea how dangerous the outside world is. She forgives them this once, on the condition that they promise never to do it again. Takashi boldly replies that he cannot make that promise. He intends to help Mui save her brother, no matter what. Calling him reckless, the headmistress proposes a deal. They must pass a test. If they succeed, she will allow them on a mission to retrieve Takashi. If they fail, they will be punished. Takashi agrees. Meanwhile, Kibi gathers his followers and begins plotting his next move. Back at the academy, the test begins. They face robots, navigate deadly mazes, and endure countless trials. To their shock, they encounter Taku, the boy Takashi fought at the very beginning, now stripped of his memories. The academy has taken him and brainwashed him into believing he is one of their students. Confused and heartbroken, the group pushes forward, clearing every stage until the final trial, a battle against a massive robot. The fight is fierce, but in the end they prevail, proving themselves worthy and earning the right to the mission. Preparations soon begin, though tension still hangs between Takashi, Shima, and Mui. At last, the day arrives. They gather before the headmistress as she explains the mission. Others join them, and to their surprise, she herself will come, not to fight, but for another purpose. Then Taku is brought in, bound in chains, something strange about him. Together they pass through a magical gate into the battlefield, where Ki and Tsugashi are waiting. A hostage exchange is arranged, Tsugashi for a mage's power. During the exchange, Tsugashi senses something wrong with his memories. The deal is completed, and the headmistress leaves with Ki. Tsugashi, still lost, refuses to return with his sister, leading to a savage battle that will decide everything. Elsewhere, the headmistress clashes with Ki, revealing she seeks revenge for the brother he murdered. Their fight is colossal, tearing the ruined land apart. Gravely wounded, she refuses to surrender and prepares her strongest attack. Though it drains her completely, Kibi escapes, leaving her collapsing unconscious into the sea. Back with the heroes, they fight Tsugashi desperately, but he overwhelms them, leaving them broken. Takashi reflects on Mui's devotion to her brother. Even after his memory loss and cruelty, she never gives up on saving him. So different from Takashi's own fractured bond with Joe. Mui pleads with her brother, reminding him of their past. Slowly, he begins to hesitate, yet still insists on killing her. He raises his weapon, but Takashi leaps in, blocking the strike and saving Mui. Together, they fight and finally subdue Tsugashi, bringing him back to the academy unconscious. Mui holds him as he sleeps, and when he awakens, his memories return, filling everyone with relief and joy. The headmistress is rescued as well, though her body is badly broken. Meanwhile, Ki gathers his council, deciding who will replace Takashi. A woman presents two candidates, but he kills them without hesitation, dismissing them as worthless. Then he reveals his true plan, unveiling his masterpiece. He has recruited Joe, Takashi's brother, now trained in magic and burning with hatred, ready to destroy both his brother and the world with Ki's aid. Far away, Takashi sleeps, tormented by nightmares soaked in blood and chaos. He dreams of Shima being killed and wakes in terror, drenched in sweat. The next day, training continues, and astonishingly, Takashi himself now trains them, revealed to be kind-hearted and completely different from before. That night, Takashi dreams again, this time of Mui, realizing something is deeply wrong. Unable to rest, he wanders the academy halls and meets Tsugashi, confiding in him. Togashi advises that if nightmares keep stealing his sleep, he should visit the academy doctor, then leaves him alone. Takashi walks deeper into the darkness, toward his fate, where in the shadows something even stranger awaits, the spirit living within his sword.